Yeah, your favorite Terra, little bacon bear, hanging out with the one and only Dre Skeem. Woo!
Oh yeah,
So we'll start off with the easy question. Where are you from?
from PG County, Maryland. I grew up in Clinton.
Clinton. So you know Waldorf side, 35 minutes, sitting on Route 5 for like a while.
Yeah, I
Gives
know
you plenty of time to think, right?
that light from hell right there by Southern Maryland Hospital.
Just gonna say right there by the light, by the 7-Eleven with the hospital. I know, I'll be around. I'll be around. Well, nice to meet you, Dre Skeem. Can I tell you an honest truth real quick?
Yes, ma'am.
You have probably one of my favorite KYS Versus records for like the year already. I could just say that.
I really appreciate that.
But this is voted on by the DMV and their cause. But when I heard your record, I said, now this could stick and this could work. But it was actually the second time that I had seen your presence because you had just done an Amped interview. So you're really moving.
Indeed. That was my second Amp appearance too.
Well, shameless plug. Shout out to my good sis and for seeing to it that DMV talent get the platform and the opportunity. But just talk to me very vaguely just about connecting in all ways and just moving in all directions because it seems that you understand that thus far.
I'm just hungry. I'm trying to get to it. Just like the KYS version. It wasn't like KYS reached out or anything. I submitted and just like the AMPD thing and everything else. Usually, I just look for any opportunity I can to get my music out there, just get myself out there any way I can.
Well, let's run back to the start. When you started doing music, where were you at in your life? How old were you and stuff?
I want to say like 17, 18, going into my senior year. I was actually, it's a crazy story. I was on a military boot camp my mom had sent me to. And out in Atlanta, Georgia, and every day they brought in a different famous person to talk to us and talk to the youth. And they were having a singing competition. And prior to that, I had never really sang in public in front of anybody. So I was like, I'm 500 miles away. I might as well. And I won the first day. And then the second day, they brought in Neo. And I got to sing for Neo. And he's like, oh, yeah, man, you got stuff. We're going to get you in the studio, this, that, and the third. And I was juiced because growing up, I was really like self-conscious about stuff like that because I could always sing, but I was never really into it. So when I got home, he called my mom and everything. So I was like, I'm about to be an artist, made my first song, never heard back from him. But it was like, do it. So after that, it was up from there.
Well, that's just kind of the name of the game, just in the music industry, just getting yeses and getting nos and getting sometimes no answer at all. But that also just puts the battery in your back to just keep moving. Cause I know that works for me.
Indeed.
Tell me about an experience when you thought you was going to get a no, but you actually got a yes.
Honestly, most recent one, probably that last KYS Versus. That was a little iffy. That just scared me a little bit. I ain't gonna lie. Shout out to Malik Elijah too. I remember his name and his song. Shout out to bro.
Well, when you were hearing yourself win on the radio, what was that experience like for you?
Throughout
the week.
Especially because, that was something I could share with my mom. A lot of the things that I do in music, I can't really share with my mom because, the environment isn't always parent friendly, but that was one of those things where like I could have my mom and my aunts and everybody tuned into the radio listening and, just have a moment for everybody to be proud of me. It was real cool.
I'm dog sitting. Hold on.
Oh, you fine.
And he started barking. Relax. Thank you. Appreciate it. But yeah, no, I definitely agree. It's really cool it's cool for me to still hear my voice on the radio, but I know that it's cool to hear people supporting your work just in the same way that it's cool for me. When you're hearing your fifth win come through and you was like, I'm gonna win or I'm gonna lose. What were you feeling? What were you thinking? And when it happened, what'd you think?
I had the radio playing on a big speaker in the this ballroom that my parents run. And I was tuned in. I had my friends with me and everything, had the little party lights going. It got iffy, but once I heard that fifth win, I was like, oh yeah, it's up. You know what I'm saying? I was running around, I was screaming all of that. You'd have thought I won a Super Bowl.
Were you sure? Not that you thought you won the Super Bowl. Winning KYS Versus like winning the Super Bowl now?
Hey, everyone.
Well, like that. No, I'm glad that we could secure that. But that definitely is a good feeling because it does mean that you are making progress and you are moving in some direction. I think after even like a COVID year, it's kind of like hard to measure accomplishments because it's like, what the hell? How did COVID like impact your creative process?
So at the start of COVID, like I was saying, I was graduating. I was coming out of my senior year and going to college. And I was actually enrolled at Morehouse. I was a freshman at Morehouse when COVID began, but I never made it on campus. So my first year was online, but that was also like my second year making music. So it was kind of like, dang, I got an extra summer to just run around and, you know what I'm saying, do whatever I want to do. And I really, I was shooting videos. I met a great artist. His name is Trey Burwell. He actually passed away.
Oh, God bless his soul. I knew Trey Burwell.
Yeah, he was starting a label at the time when COVID first started, and I was one of the 4 artists he picked up. I had just met him at the time, and we had worked through that whole COVID year.
Man, small world. I don't want to get all like down. So we're gonna keep it up. We're gonna keep it up. We're gonna keep it up. Because that's what Trey would want. He would want us to continue on in his footsteps and continue on in the good work, right? Right. So in the vein of good work, you know, what have you, let's see here. As far as you keep referencing like the time that you were spending in Atlanta, and I don't like to compare the two communities, but what do you think that you learned about the Atlanta music culture that would help the DMV music culture take a step forward? Because we moving.
One thing I learned, it's the difference between competition and friendly competition. Like, of course you want to compete, but you know what I'm saying? It's a lot easier to win with somebody that's doing the same thing that you're doing in a different way than to be competing with everybody and seeing everybody as opposition, or, you know what I'm saying? And they always talk about the DMV being a really like crab in a barrel type of, you know what I'm saying, environment. But going out to Atlanta, it was like everybody was out there on the same mission. So regardless of where you were from, you know what I'm saying? Because half the people in Atlanta are from Atlanta, but regardless of where everybody was from, everybody was on the same grind.
I feel like on one hand, it's almost to say that that's like a mindset. It's totally just in your mind thing, because I think that the DMV is always working towards a greater good. We're working towards trying to be that city that people call upon for sound, because we're an R&B city. We love R&B. We love to sing. We love a good time. So I think we're always a step away from it, but it is always interesting to hear what another community has gotten right so that we can apply those same things. And the fact that you said that it's niggas that's moving to Atlanta to go do that, it's like, why don't we keep it here and bring it here and do it here?
Literally. Because we see some of our best artists from the area, you know what I'm saying, feel like they have to lead the area to really pop. And I feel like if we got all these artists, then we halfway there.
Well, we're changing that every single day. KYS Versus is just a glimpse into like the works in which I put in for myself, but I think that we all creatively contribute to seeing to it that we have another day in DMV Creative Hood. Does that make sense?
Definitely.
So,
and I'm that some artists my age, some more artists will jump on the KYS Versus, because it's a great opportunity. You know what I'm saying? Things like getting a clean record too, that's important. I had those on hand. So I was like, you know what I'm saying? I was able to submit 3. Things like that are really important. Another thing
I'm waving my arms because tell them it's important to follow directions.
Indeed.
Nah, I appreciate you, Dre Skeem. No, I'm so glad that you took heed to that, and it's absolutely true. And it shows who stands out in this, who's gonna make it far in this, who ain't. So cheers to that, high five to that. With us moving into summer almost, what do you have planned for yourself musically? And what did Bonnie and Clyde come from? Was that a project that's already dropped, or is it something that's incoming?
Bonnie and Clyde was one of the second songs I made when I moved to Atlanta. And that had to be about 2 years ago almost. I was only like 18 when I made the song. And I held that whole project. The project dropped on my birthday. It was called Happy Birthday. It had a couple of songs on it. But I held that project for a while. And I don't know. There's a lot. But
so go on, share.
I had signed to a producer when I moved out there. We had put the project together. It was one of those learning opportunities, you know what I'm saying, with business and the music business and everything. It came out well, though. But as far as summer goes, I just plan on, I actually have a project dropping next week, April 30th. It's going to be a project with a young producer from Towson. His name is Schmitty 4K. And I plan on having a little album release party too, but more visuals, more content, all types of stuff. Just going to flood the streets with Dre Skeem.
Come on, Dre Skeem. Of course, you did not get this KYS Versus win by yourself. Is there any shout outs that you want to give to people that put you in this place?
Indeed. I want to shout out everybody that called in. I could almost recognize half the names, you know what I'm saying? But I want to shout out everybody that called in. Shout out Big Martin, Billboard Killer. He did help produce the record. Shout out my RNH family, my LOB family, my MIA family, and of course the 10 Figure Nation, all the nation.
And where can we follow you, become fans of you, support everything that is Dre Skeem?
You can find me on all platforms at Dre Skeem, social media, Apple Music, Spotify, everything. DRESKEEM. New music on the way, everything.
Oh, always ask Versus artists, are you willing to collab with other people that come in contact with you? Can we shoot you a DM? Can we say hello? Just like, hey, this is what we're working on. We got questions?
Definitely. Anybody, creatives, musicians, artists, videographers, anything, YouTubers, whatever. I'm down to work. And I'm very open, if y'all can't tell, you know what I'm saying? I'm in front of you.
Dream work. I love that. DMV and beyond, you can check out this full interview on my website right now, littlebaconbear.com, at littlebaconbear for me. And meow, air horns. That's for you. Go ahead and introduce your record to the DMV one time.
My name is Dre Skeem, and pretty sure y'all listening to Bonnie and Clyde.
Right here on KYS.
Oh, yeah, right here on KYS. Oh, let me do it now.
No, you're good. You're good. Listen, I'm about to freak that. It's going to sound crazy. Trust me.
All right, bet.
I believe in you. Congratulations. Well done, Dre Skeem.
Thank you so much.